Healthy Chef Sherell here, coming to you from the LEED Certified Living Fort House. Today I have a really great recipe to share with you. It's quinoa les restes, and it's a great way to repurpose leftover food that you have in your refrigerator. It's quick and easy, and it's so delicious, especially if you let it marinate overnight in all the herbs and spices. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I'm building my channel and I really appreciate your support. All right, let's get started with the class then. First thing we're going to do is put some organic olive oil in a pretty large saute pan. Now, I'm only doing a half a recipe at the moment because I did the other half to have it ready for you. You're gonna need a pretty large saute pan. One thing I wanted to tell you about quinoa is to make sure that you rinse it very well. You can either buy quinoa that is pre-rinsed or you need to rinse it. And the way that you rinse it, just to give you a tip, is you put your quinoa in a strainer and you put your strainer in a bowl, and then you put it in the sink and put the faucet on spray and just gently spray it, and as the bowl runs over, the water will eventually become clear. Don't let the water run too quickly or else the quinoa will go down the drain, and you don't want that. Our olive oil is heating up nicely here, and today I selected a tri-colored quinoa. It's white, brown, and black. You know, we want to eat the rainbow, so even with our quinoa, we can do that. Quinoa is a favorite because it's a grain with a high protein content. I'm just going to go through the recipe with you now. We won't wait the full amount of time for the quinoa to absorb the liquid because it takes about 15 minutes. I like to put my quinoa in the pan, in the olive oil, and then I roast it. That gives it a wonderful nutty flavor. It's really delightful. So just put it in there, let it roast. You'll see that it'll start to turn brown, and stir it around. Don't burn it, but just roast it. You'll start to smell a nutty flavor too. Then just go ahead and put your organic, your garlic and ginger right in there. There we go. And it's so fragrant. It smells so good. All right, so you're putting that in after the quinoa becomes toasty. So we're rushing it along a little today. And then any vegetables that you have that are harder vegetables, like carrots, for example, go ahead and put those in there too. Just put them right in there. Then we're going to put some red bell pepper for color and some onions. And so then we're going to put 2 cups of liquid, 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of liquid. I like to use chicken broth. It's chicken broth that I make myself. I like the flavor of it. If you want this to be a completely vegan dish, then you can use vegetable broth. You can also use beef broth. So just put it right in there. Cover it enough so that it's pretty well covered, but you're gonna still let the steam come out a little bit. It will take about 15 or 20 minutes to go through the recipe. So here we are. We have our organic quinoa, tri-colored organic quinoa. We're using salt, iodized salt, coriander. We're also using cardamom and sage. We're putting black beans in here for some protein. You can also chop up some tofu and put it in as well. I'll also be putting in some spinach. It's just beautiful organic spinach. And some organic asparagus. Doesn't that look delicious? And then of course we have our fresh herbs that are ready to go in too. So this is basil, thyme, and oregano. All right, so we're just going to let this simmer. When the liquid is about half absorbed, that's when you want to add the other vegetables in, the softer vegetables, the ones that are going to cook very quickly. Now with spinach, spinach is going to cook down and add a little liquid, which is fine in this particular dish. Just know you don't need to add any extra liquid. All right, so there we go. We have this nice quinoa coming to a simmer here. All right, we're going to let that simmer now. Our recipe has reduced by about 50%, so we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the vegetables in. See, it's just starting to reduce. Quinoa isn't fully cooked yet, but it will be in about 7 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and put our spinach in, and then our asparagus, and then our black beans. And to top it all off, we're going to add some salt, some organic gluten-free tamari, coriander. I would normally be adding these herbs after this was finished, but I'm going to go ahead and put them in here now to show you. This is the organic sage. There you go, organic sage. And this was the coriander. And after it's done, taste it and add more if you'd like to. And then the cardamom. It's our organic cardamom. Give it a good stir. You can see how lovely this is. What a great dish this makes. I'm going to go ahead and cover it about 75% and let the liquid finish absorbing. When the recipe is done, I'll stir in the herbs. You want to wait until the last moment to do that. So here is our lovely quinoa recipe. Quinoa les restes. Quinoa with leftovers. I hope you enjoy it. I go live every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Patreon. So please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be very happy to answer any questions. I like your feedback, and I like to know what type of recipes you'd like to see. So please do follow me on Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You'll find me under the handle of Healthy Chef Sherell. That's HealthyChefSherell. And my email address is below in one of the slides. As always, you can find the full library of recipes and videos on my Patreon page. Until next time, take good care, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now.